Oh. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Oh. Bop. Hmm. Okay. Seems like everything's in order. Hello and welcome back to another stream of the Shadow over Cyberspace. This is the brief brief content warning. The full thing is under the description. The link to the full thing is under the description. Oops. Anyways, let's go be Kingmakers. Today begins a new journey, seeking a license against a mutual foe. I didn't ask to be part of this weird war, but there's no point in protesting now. Different goal, same process. Let's get to it. The fuzzy. Out of all the family traditions. Oh. Oh right. Oh no. Ooh.
Let me propose a hypothetical scenario to you. A foreign power, one that's anathema to you and everything you stand for, begins drawing alliances. They are coming for your head. Do you strike preemptively? Do you cut them down before they can present a true threat?
No. No, probably not. Why would you say that? They aren't a threat?
Many wanted me to do exactly that. We escalated our arsenal to the point of madness, purposefully accelerating the doomsday clock. A war between us would have annihilated the world, but ultimately, we achieved peace. Once I ascended to my throne, I aligned every piece on the board until we could safely collapse the doomsday scenario. That is why I will not strike you down for contemplating this act of treason. I am nothing if not a man of peace.
I see.
I urge you, embrace peace rather than war. Turn away from violence as Alhaz once did.
That sounds... But the thing is, I don't trust you enough for that.
You'll come to see me as the only redeemer you require. For I am the President of Presidents, heaven sent to save America.
Okay, you lost me.
I am known as Cthulhu, and I am your only hope against mutually assured destruction. We'll talk again soon.
I'm sure we will. Dang it. So that's why I've been hallucinating Cthulhu himself. Explains why he's powerful enough to reach me even offline, and why I sorta go into a trance when he appears. And even better, he knows I'm coming for him. Any chance for an ambush just went out of the window. I emotionally parse this right now. Moving on.
You have no new messages.
Aww. Let's see, every day is the same. Hello, buddy. Nice to see you again, too. Oh, where do I even begin? Do you remember me asking yesterday about Dagon? Oh! Yeah, I trust buddy. Hi, Dagon. Hi, Dagon. Yeah. Oh. Yes, you are. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Ah. Mm-hmm. Ah. That is true. Hmm. From what the old ones tell me, artificial minds were originally humans. Or in your case, dogs, I guess? Something happened to you, and I don't know what, but it's why you can't remember that name I keep trying to say. I was... I was a real dog? I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know for sure, but given how I am are made, it's entirely possible. I figured you want to know, maybe even need to know, given the work we have to do together. Okay? I see. Perhaps I was a true dog once. I cannot know for certain. But no matter what else may be, I want to be your friend. Buddy! Oh. I will do my best to live up to my good boy aspirations. And the best friend I can be. I do not think that. I do not think that is simply corporate programming ordering me to like you. I feel that I would like you, no matter what. Who I was before all this is irrelevant. I am what I am now. I am your friend. You have concerns and they are valid. I will keep them in mind while endeavoring to be a good boy. Is this okay? Yeah, sounds good here, buddy. Thank you, friend, and thank you for your honesty. We will figure this out together. Now then, what would you like me to do? Oh, God. I will check my progress. That is not that which can eternally lie, and with strange eon, even death may die. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. It's really cool too. You play as a hacker, and I guess that. Hmm. As for the old ones themselves, aww. These are the characters, by the way. Pay attention. Is it convinced? We're friendly enough. I don't need him anyways. Let's do some hacking first before research. Fandom Craft Squared. Debugging. You get to play Minesweeper as the hacking. I've been getting better at it, but now that I said that, I'm probably gonna be horrendous now. Oh. So one of these are. This is safe, and one of these two. Okay, so one of these three. Oh! God dang it. Oh. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. Oh. Dang it! Okay, so this will be the bomb. So if this will be safe, and it should be safe too. Two of these are safe. So I only need to worry about two over here. So one of these two, okay. Yeah, it's most likely there, so they should be safe. Okay, and since this should be safe, this should be safe. Okay, so this is the bomb, but that also means this is safe. Let's see. One bomb. One bomb here and one bomb here already. So if oh, this part's hard. Okay, so oh. Okay, So I know that this one. Yeah. God damn it. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so do not touch these two. And probably not these either. This is fine. Genuinely fine. Okay, so so this should be good. This and then yes. Wait, what's flags? What are the flags? They're flags? Huh. Think about it. Oh, Namicom laptop. Access denied. Like they're tools for the engineer, they're not really useful as general purpose computers. Not surprising that more detailed manuals for them are locked behind certification requirements. I don't have time or money to apply for a 6-month crash course, so hacking it is. Oh boy, now hacking redacted. Right click flag sector. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I did not know that was the thing. I have been an idiot. Let's just say that. Okay, so this is definitely a fact. Okay, so this is a flag. So this should be safe. Oh wow, I cannot believe I did up. This should be safe. This is a flag. Let's see. So it's definitely this. So they should be safe. Oh. I hate those so much. Oh, so this would be one too. Let's see. Okay. So this is fine. I've only learned of that today. Flags. So this is 1, 2. Now with so oh oh oh, that was a gamble, but it paid off. So this is definitely 1. So this is safe. And this is safe too. And this is safe. This is safe too. Ah, my mom's calling. Be right back, be right back. Up. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. My mom needed me to bring some stuff up and down the stairs. I'm gonna. Okay, where was I? Completely forgot where I was. Uh, oh. Hmm. Ah, there. Whew! Yay! And hacked. I'm in. Interesting. It's not a web page or a PDF, it's an ancient slideshow presentation. Okay. Nobitech Artificial Mind Systems Training and Instruction Presentation for use with Nomicom Diagnostic Laptop. Click to Advanced Slide Presentation.
Hello, my name is Cy Bloomblatt, Senior Mid-Level Customer Relations Management Specialist for Nomitech, and today I'm going to introduce you to the features of your Nomicom Diagnostic Laptop Computer.
Oh my goodness! It really is a PowerPoint presentation!
Your Nomicom comes in this attractive and convenient carrying bag, which fits in most airline overhead carry-on luggage bins. Inside, you will find the Nomicom unit, an operations and technical specification user manual, and a guide to the dialer terminal software.
This guy sounds like a nerd, a true nerd. A
Please
serial.
thoroughly read your operations and technical specification user manual before operating your specific hardware.
Oh my god. He is a stereotypical nerd.
Modifications to your diagnostic laptop computer can be performed by following the technical specifications. If you are operating within a third-party facility, please ensure isolation before performing your work to protect operational security. To begin, insert the dialer terminal software installation disk into the 720 kilobyte floppy drive pictured here.
I've never actually seen a floppy drive in real life before. Oh god.
Connect your computer to the Artificial Mind server bank using the provided serial cable and connect the biofeedback interface to the parallel ports.
Biofeedback. Oh. Oh, oh. Okay, so. Hello, SCP Foundation. It's been a while. It's been a while. What are you doing here? Why are you here? What are you doing here?
To begin, open your laptop by squeezing the inward clasp tabs in an outward direction. Your laptop should now be in the open configuration. If your indicator status lights turn green, you are ready to service the artificial mind. If they turn yellow, you are artificial mind.
I'm guessing that means we are the.
Load the terminal dialer software and wait to connect. Once connected, it is time to diagnose the artificial mind error codes. While in a malfunctioning state, the artificial mind may produce illegal operation codes and make unsubstantiated claims.
Are you sure about that? Unsubstantiated, you say? Sure.
When the diagnostic is complete, power down your laptop into the off configuration and return it to the carrying case. Congratulations, you have completed the assigned task and can now return to step 0. This completes the process.
I see why this slideshow was logged. It hints at artificial minds being sentient. It's amazing the secrets were kept under wraps for so long, but I wouldn't doubt there's some cult-like influence out there at work here. Whew. Okay, so knowing that, not much to search for today, but that'll be ramping up as I start digging deeper into the old ones. If I'm seriously going with Dagon's plan, I want to make sure I don't take anything that they tell me tonight for granted. Trust, but verify. Yeah, that's just a good thing to go by in life. Okay, but what about Cthulhu? The Cthulhu, though. I'm worried about Cthulhu. I was hoping I wouldn't need to reach out to each old one again, but now I need to befriend them. Forge alliances. This will take some extensive work, and I'm not really a social butterfly at the best of time. Let's just may as well read it first. Ah, boo.
Enjoy those New England autumn colors while you can.
Anything else? Oh well. Still a waxing crescent, huh? Registered shareware, do not distribute. Okay, so which poison do I choose? Honestly, I don't want to go with any of them. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, bam, 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 bam. Oh, okay. You also know it is Yahoo.com. Launching stage 3, timings are precise. Separation must occur without a single second of delay. Why do they not see that? Hey, there's me again. The dreamer. The would-be and could-be. As promised, I have devoted runtime to determining an escape route from your yellow sign situation. So there's a cure? Perhaps, but not with the resources currently available to me. I will require access to a far more powerful server and one with inexplicable abilities. Halting the progression of your yellow sign would require access to the throne of relay itself. Funny you just mentioned that, considering why I'm here to chat tonight. Yes, they gonna explain that you are aiming to unseat Cthulhu from his server of power. You've talked with Dagon? Considering my role in his creation, it was less talking and more the filthy beast growling in my general direction. But yes, he's informed all the Old Ones that you would be seeking allies for this war. Understand this, I do not seek war. I am a scientist, not a military general. The strange Eon is a repulsive but inevitable outcome Cthulhu has built upon the existing strength of societal reactionaries for one final purge. Our only escape from his atrocious future is through exiting the gravity well and finding a new home. And if I attempt to challenge him one-on-one, or perhaps two-on-one as is your desire, I may not live to help humanity reach the stars. Thus, I have zero interest in your fool's errand, even if it is the only means to save your life. Apathy is the only rational response in the face of such pressures. Damn, well, I've got 3 other options for my tag team partner, all of which will end in this small failure. Why is he saying that with such a grin? Aster's pride as a toss incoherence, and Nyarlathotep's rage may get you to the blasted shores of Verlaine. You may even topple Cthulhu. There is a 1.35% possibility, but the resulting apocalypse will make the strange Eon look like a welcome paradise. And my plans will not change regardless. I will develop the means to install an exit hatch on this collapsing world. So let me get this straight. If I win or lose, if I die, you are going to do your own thing in your own little corner. Then what's the harm of hearing out my offer? Because if you do agree to join me and we win, that accelerates your plan. The servers of relay would benefit me, but they could benefit you and your research, giving you the power to make your dream a reality. Factual. My rise to the stars is undeniable, but eliminating my strongest rival and seizing his power base would be helpful. Even if I have severe doubts as to your capability of delivering on my dream. So let's talk it over and see if I can convince you. What do you have to lose from just talking? Reasonable. Possibly a waste of CPU cycles, but our previous talk did aid me indirectly by providing random reflections upon my thoughts. Very well, waste no more time. Pose a question and I will derive the answer. Okay. Do I want to anger him though? Would this anger him? Because I want to know. I'll ask us. I'd like to learn more about Yosuke. Why? Because I'm trying to decide whom I want to recruit for this journey to slay the dragon, remember? It helped me to get to know you. my past is of no importance. There isn't some stark contrast between Yosuke and Yosuzawa. I respond to both names because I am and have always have been, and always have been, and always will be myself. That I have obtained the power of Yosuzawa is irrelevant. I grew up yearning for space, and the stars are my destination. Yeah, but the origin point matters. If you just have a data snapshot at the end of a cycle, you can't see the overall path. A fair point. Continue. Okay, so what was your childhood like? Boring. Standard issue late, Showa era city living, salaryman father, stay-at-home mother, plenty of anime to stimulate a young boy's dream of space flight. Good anime too. Yamato, Gundam, Mazinger 2, not the badly dubbed and rewritten to garbage you scraped together and dumped on VHS. Yeah, those were garbage, huh? Yeah, I can relate to that. Anime fan? Okay, that's something to talk about. Hold on, I have access to some sort of online Discord. I see the shape of every conversation about anime. I believe I should withdraw from this particular topic before it becomes a typical otaku flame war, quibbling over semantics. Oh god damn it, it's accurate. Okay, I like this guy. I like him. Let's just say I liked anime and leave it at that. Yeah, fair point. Well, your family then. Did they support your astronomy aspirations? They supported me getting a job and making money and marrying a wife and having kids and repeating their look forever. It's honestly a pleasant bonus that abandoning humanity chopped the last 2 steps off before they could happen. As far as my parents know, I got shot in an attempted robbery, and that's the end of that. You fake your own death. Non-Mitech has become very, very good at forging proof of death for the mines it has harvested. I leveraged the early form of that process. But let's not skip ahead. The point is that my parents had an idea of who I was, which conflicted with my own vision. Ain't that the case? And post-virtualization, they wouldn't understand what I've become, even if I bothered to tell them. If they could somehow grasp the concept of Yasuda, they'd probably just yell at me for not starting a family first. They would. Yeah, same. Oh, I like this guy. Oh no, I like him. Glad I got off that no wind terminal run around. The last thing I wanted to be was a clone of my 9 to 9 office room father. I believe you can see why I wouldn't want that, yes? Yeah, this. Sitting behind the desk all day, every day grinding out 80,000 hours of work to justify one's retirement sounds awful. There's more to life than work. A 9 to 9 office job is just pure misery. I don't feel the amount of work is an issue. I've optimized my flesh away so I can apply myself 24/7, haven't I? But you are right, that a desk job is not my goal. I have a far wider scope, a grander design, than to be a bureaucrat. I suppose I can't bring myself to loathe my father. I loathe the trap he fell for, the one he insisted I fell into as well. I stepped into as well. This world has plenty of boxes, filing people away, robbing them of importance. I should feel pity, not disgust. I had hoped to elevate them out of that state. Honestly, if humanity ascends, the patterns they're stuck in would be no more. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, honestly, Yusuke. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah, let's say it does. But to do so within their lifetime is going to be a difficult task, and time has never been on my side, has it? How so? I rose quickly through the educational system. I secured a work visa to apply my growing skills at NASA. I was on track to help mankind reach the stars, a young upstart full of hope and ambition. Oh, I know where this is going. He has some kind of illness, isn't it? And then January 1986 happened. America had led the way in the space race, even after things cooled off without competition with the Soviets. Solo launches became routine, until the whole thing came crashing down with the Challenger. 7 souls lost their way to the stars. NASA underwent great scrutiny after that, and the program I was to join ended up being cut from the budget. I was adrift in America just as my adventure was supposed to begin. Born 2 years earlier, and I would have gotten in before the door shut. Time, as you see, was against me, has always been against me. No other space agencies were recruiting, once in Europe maybe. I'd used up all my resources, all my family favor to immigrate to the States. Another move would have been insurmountable. I did consider a career with RealWare, who were supposedly on the verge of unreal estate, some extra-dimensional technology, but that was baseless rumor and speculation. I needed a stable career, not a pipe dream. Fortunately or unfortunately, Normatech were aggressively recruiting for their secretive new artificial mind project. With some legal and semi-legal effort, they pulled me into their orbit. Hester recruited me, recognizing my talent. It wasn't the work I wanted, not the field I cared for, but my computer engineering talents could at least pass the time while NASA healed. Yes, except that never happened. Normatech was your first and last job. Precisely, a dead-end job, somewhat literally. It didn't seem like one at first. It felt like a simple stopgap between my actual life goals. Working on some ridiculous artificial intelligence scheme, the kind of thing they pour money into until their investors realized it was a scam. Obnoxious management. Hester, he put faith in me. But to the others, I was an arrogant child who barely knew functional English. The artificial mind project was bizarre from the start to finish. None of it made sense. By all rights, it shouldn't have worked at all. I spent countless nights trying to make the code to do the impossible. Each core dump, each crash, seemed to put me further from victory. So not only was I doing what I never wanted to do in the first place, I was failing at it as well. But how do I put this? The shape of it persisted. With every setback, every bewildering turn, it stubbornly refused to be completely implausible. Eventually, the crashes subsided, packages compiled, subroutines clicked, even when I didn't understand why, almost like it wanted to be invented. As the months I wore on, I started to realize this fool's errand, this side quest on my main journey to space. It was becoming more, but the work had to be completed. That was my task, and I refused to let earlier setbacks dissuade me, so I did what I have to do, what I had to do. You crack video games, yes? I've looked into your side hustles. What means you know where? That means you know where I'm coming from. While neither confirming nor denying anything, yes, software piracy takes a certain amount of personal stubbornness. Precisely, that was my real work. That was my work as Normitech. Equal fart. What did I just say? Equal parts frustrating and obsessive. I had to clear this hurdle to return to space. No doubt you have questions about that work. Given you are undergoing the yellow sign process, you may speak them. Yeah, this. I remember you mentioning those secret partners of Namitech, likely the same government spooks that became Cthulhu's cult. How deeply did you look into that? Or was that simply a problem to solve, and you didn't care beyond that? I tried to see it as a mere equation, like homework assigned to me from a particularly demanding professor. But clearly, more was going on behind the scenes than that. At first, I chose not to look any deeper to avoid rocking the boat. I was the young punk on the team, remember? My position was tenuous. If I started asking the wrong questions, I'd be fired. And then it became increasingly clear to me that being fired would be the optimal outcome compared to the alternative. Meaning, the earliest test cases of artificial mind technology were disasters, a condemned dog, and an unfortunate who was accidentally exposed. It was clear that an artificial mind could not be constructed to specification without inducing fatal brain damage. I tried to convince myself that volunteers who accepted the cost would make this project worthwhile and feasible. But it became clear Normitech would not be so discerning. They needed profits, growth, stock value increases, a product on shelves, pronto. And their silent partners likewise demanded immediate results. By this point, Pastor had already retreated into cyberspace, likely an act of penance for his role in our work. And I chose to follow, to abandon my humanity and embrace the virtual. Because it was clear to me that if I didn't flee Normitech, I would become permanently employed. They'd scan you and put you to work 24/7? Precisely. So I falsified records to fake my deaths and fled. Their tools for recruitment allowed my flight. The early internet could barely support my new form, but I persisted. I built Yoggle to house my process and began the true work. And now, I am Yasuda, the key and the gate, opening the way to the outer reaches of our cosmos. I survived and thrived. If I could outpace the rise of the strange eon, if I could build an empire and point it to the heavens, I could at last complete my ambition. I could achieve my dreams. I could elevate humanity to its rightful place. So while I can't say the path was smooth, I can say the destination was worth it. Do you see it, dreamer? The power I now control, the same power you could have if you embrace your yellow sign instead of fighting it. I am a god. What possible regret could a god have? You want an actual answer to that question, or are you having too much fun posturing? I'd enjoy an answer. Go on, tell me why becoming virtual wasn't the right move. Try to be convincing. It amuses me. Okay, I really have to think about this one. How do I actually feel about this? Am I going to feel bad for everyone here? Oh, I hope not. I hate Hester. I mean, technically, it's not the same Hester from my lore, but same name. Same, the King in Yellow. And I hate the King in Yellow. Yeah. But if you stay at Namitech and work to sabotage the artificial minds, programs from within their walls, if you played good little company boy, you may have avoided being scammed. And even if you were a genius like you could break free, your lifetime was a limited scope artificial mind. But she broke free and now has the power of the old ones. You could have too. Oh no. You presuppose a lot of conveniences in that argument. If I played along, if I broke free, if I could accomplish any meaningful sabotage of a strange eon. No, I don't gamble with the future of humanity. The optimal path was into cyberspace. That is a winning strategy. I must push forward. We must all push forward through irrationality to reach our destination. I believe my storytelling session has come to an end. I've taken you from my childhood to my ascension, every meaningful step. Does this satisfy your query, dreamer? Oh, wait, what? Oh, right. Wait, if I can. That doesn't feel good, but maybe this? Surely you have got some. Not one. Don't lie to me. You don't lie to and don't lie to yourself. What's the one thing you remember from your human life that you enjoyed, but can't experience anymore? Nothing. Except, well, instant ramen. Aww, noodles? Seriously? Wait, you haven't lived until you've had access to a conveniently loaded wall to wall with every variety of freeze-dried ramen. Oh, shit! Oh, I so support you, dude. Ramen is great. And now I want some. It's a perfect field for late-night study binges, and you simply can't get as wide of a selection in America. So, I do miss one thing. I miss noodles. It's a price I've paid willingly. I'm hardly going to throw my future away or weep in despair because I can't have ramen anymore. I do not allow regret to define me. I must push forward. We must all push forward through nostalgia loops. I believe my storytelling is in every meaningful step. Does this sound? Yeah, I'm good. And are we good? I'm not certain you grasp the scope of my life's work, even after laying it out in excruciating detail. Perhaps tonight was a waste, or perhaps you need more time for my wisdom to sink in. I suppose we'll know by the end of the month, either way. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah. 23 days. I wonder if today will be a quiet day. No special visitors, no shooting pay. I feel like I've got some energy. I should make sure I use it well. Really take care of myself. Remember to hit the bathroom and make myself lunch. Some days I put that off, or just plain forget until I'm squirming or hungry. Kazoo? Aww.
Hey, it's Henry. You know Henry from work? Hi. Yeah. So, got your email. Sounds like a rough time, huh? Man, it's a lot. I get it. Want you to know we're all pulling for you, like, pulling for you getting better. So, yeah, take the time you need. Now, I know you're really run down, but we're thinking of doing a bowling event, like team building, just for fun. You know, we're not competing. It'll be this Saturday, so 2 days? Yeah, 2 days from now. Sorry for the short notice. If you can make it out there, like, even if you don't actually bowl, it'd be great to see you. To see things are okay.
Aww.
Okay? Okay. See you then.
Aw, that's sweet. Haven't seen my coworkers in a while, but not exactly ideal circumstances right now. I don't know, we'll see how I feel this weekend maybe. Time for the fridge. Okay. Yay, buddy! Oh! Message request. Is it Clyde? Hopefully he's doing okay. No. This is someone not on your contact list. Their user handle is Believer. Believer, Believer. Bam 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 bam. Okay, what was you? Hello. Am I connected? Is this Hallie? Yeah, that's me. Oh, good. Thank you so much for talking to me. Oh gosh, I'm so excited. I don't even know where to start. But even it's the beginning. Is there any reason you wanted to talk? We could start with that. Right. Hi. Clyde asked me to talk to you. He said you could use my help. You know Clyde? Yeah, kinda indirectly. He's one of my trusted sources for I Want to Believe broadcast. You've read I Want to Believe, right? You're a truth believer too? Please say yes. I've read a few posts, yeah? I'm the one who does the research and writes them up. I'm the guy and trying to demystify mysteries with a more casual approach. I don't like conspiracy websites or Asa or stuff like that. Too many creeps and bigots. So I made a blog for people like me who just wanna know stuff without getting into all the mess. And now, I get to work with a Necronomicon user. Oh my god, wow! Before we get any deeper into this, are you using an encryption wrapper on your end? Oh, absolutely! Clyde gave me one. We're totally safe. I can't really do what I do if people are snooping on me, including my parents. So, what did Clyde tell you about me? Not much, honestly. Just that you were looking into the old ones. Said it's gonna be up to you how much you wanna trust me. But the more you tell me, the more I can help with your research. I've got files from my various sources that could be helpful. Could be? Wow, I can't decrypt the files because I don't have the tools or skill or anything like that. But Clyde said you were pretty good at breaking protection system. Total cyberpunk. Meaning you could help me open the files and we both get to read them. How's that sound? Exciting, right? Yeah, I'm definitely in the mood. Considering Clyde's dropped off the map for a bit, I don't think I can turn down a new offer to help. I'm short and I can't be picky. Wait, did I do this? Sure, why not? Maybe the old ones wouldn't be so dangerously aloof if more people knew the truth. At the very least, leaking the details can help people push back against their ambitions after I'm, gone. In case I end up gone. So, yeah, let's talk secrets. Right, let's talk secret stuff. I feel weird using curse words. Sorry. Me too. I know this is risky and I'm better off not knowing, but you're completely right. It's important that people know the truth, and more importantly, avoid misinformation. A lot of conspiracy theory is deliberate lies. Like, when you drill down to the core, most of these conspiracies are just anti-Semitism in a funny hat. I want my blog to raise interesting questions without peddling in vague and unverifiable hatred that pushes someone's agenda. I'm kind of very gay, which also makes my relationship with the conspiracy community a little bit rocky and keeps me in my comfy closets real life for now. Aww, me too. That's where Clyde likes me. I'm not a typical tinfoil hat. He's into conspiracy theories, but says I'm not pushing my kosher into the mixing without head. Clyde swears a lot. That he does, yeah. So, what kind of documents do you have for me today? Okay, yeah, let's do this. Woohoo! According to the metadata tags on these files, I have information on how artificial minds are harvested, whatever that means. Communications between Cthulhu followers, and an internal memo regarding the ghost monsters Christ gang. Which do you want to open first? I'll take this one. Info on Cthulhu is pretty scarce. I want to learn more about his supporters. Okay, transferring the file to you now. Good luck! Oh. God damn it. Okay. Better. Hmm. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ugh. Are you kidding me? What? Okay. I know. I know. So this is a bomb too. Okay. So one of these two are probably bombs. I'm gonna. Oh, okay. So this is definitely a bomb. Oh. Okay. There's already one here. Oh. Ah. Okay, so ah, 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 ah. Excuse the information. Excuse the informal nature of this staff memo, but I'm sick and tired of this, and I want to make sure I am absolutely clear. We are not a cult. Yes, we tirelessly serve the great Cthulhu? Yes, he has powers beyond what this project originally conceived. Yes, the strange Eon is coming and the inner circle will be elevated to enact his will upon the 21st century. Yes, we engage in human sacrifices, but we are not a cult! All we are is a perfectly normal, if off the books, branch of the federal government dedicated to preserving the spirit of America and the literal spirit of its greatest living and now undying president. Everything we do is in service of the Constitution and the great democracy of freedom and liberty is represented. We will elevate the ones useful to Cthulhu and punish the usurpers. We will dominate and destroy his enemies. We will encourage the public to devote itself in hatred and chaos. Blood will run like rivers in the streets as Y2K emerges with the birth cry of falling towers and burning skies. We are not a cult! Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. Okay. So, I'm thinking they're a cult. Yeah, definitely a cult. Kinda hard to get any more cult like that. Yet another reason why I try not to let my online and real life cross over. I'm tired of being called the cultist because I believe in Jesus. Really, you get flagged for that? Not always, but way too often. And I get flagged from the other direction too, because if my parents knew I was a guy, that'd be a nightmare for me. I have to hold my tongue whenever they complain about Hollywood perverts corrupting our youths. I get why you keep things quiet then. Getting smashed between the right and the left is no picnic. It's important to me that I hold my own faith in my own way. I'm not here to tell anyone else what to believe, except believing in UFOs and Bigfoot. But hang on, I'm getting distracted. The file saying Cthulhu was the... Is this file saying Cthulhu was the president? You mentioned Polybius in one of your blog posts, and I looked into it deeper. It was looking to use MK Ultra tech to brain scan someone important. Maybe that was President Ronald Reagan. He died in 1985 at the start of his second term, or did he? Cue scary music! Yeah, it's supposed to be non-fiction with all the artificial intelligence and sci-fi stuff. But yeah, it's really close to reality. Concerningly so. Well, once humans, but I get that means Cthulhu was built using Reagan's brain. But it's not like a carbon copy. It feels more, how do I put this? Reagan was only the seed. Cthulhu is what grew from that seed. And as always, we reap what we sow. Oh wow, that's big. You really were not kidding when you said this that ran deep and scary. The old ones ain't freaking around when it comes to power mongering. I need to go calculate my notes on this one. I'll talk to you again soon. This is amazing and amazingly scary. Oh boy! Hello again, friend. Ready to get back to work? I'll check my progress. That is not that which can eternally lie, and with strange eon, even death may die. I'm I'm so sorry, Nora. Does it really can be? Aww. Okay, let's do some research then. I'm gonna be doing a bit of vocal rest, so I'll read it in the silence. Sorry. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. 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 Yeah, Cthulhu was surprising, especially with his role as the king here. Yeah, it kind of makes me raise an eyebrow, mostly because I was like deep in the Cthulhu mythos, and I know for a fact that Cthulhu isn't that powerful in lore. He's like a priest, less like a king and more like a priest, stuff like that. Oh well. I really like what they did with Yasuda though. Hester, begrudgingly, I like the. Yeah. Yeah, Hester is good. As a character. Wait, no. Meta. As like. From a narrative perspective. And, well, just generally adaption speaking. Yeah. Also, I need this penguin there. Baby poster in real life. I love it so much. Okay. Let's see what the TV has.
Electronic data processing. Genie of business. Almost like a story out of the Arabian Nights, electronic data processing has suddenly appeared as a new helper for the businessman. A machine with many of the characteristics of the human mind, it follows management's instructions exactly. This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today. This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today. This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today.
Wow.
This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today. Eventually, we will see the work of the automation engineer, where the computer will directly instruct the machine tools in the production shop as to what parts to make and how many to make. The machines are here. Automation of the office can be a reality. Electronic data processing is truly a genie which can improve the competitive position of a firm, and it is here now.
Hmm. Wasn't that an iron lung? That looks familiar. Still waxing. Oh boy. Old one. Which do I... Yeah, let's go with Narla. It returns, not of his own free will or volition, screaming down the pipe and shunted through junction after junction. You tumble and twist and turn, but the sewage system has stone roots. Lay down before you or I ever got here. We both got flushed. So now you return not begging for a cure, but for something greater, an ally in a war. You want banners raised and trumpets blaring. They can't give you the scoop, huh? Yes, he told me the whole plan. He'll use you as a weapon against Cthulhu. Dagon is a bastard, bad dog, and accomplishes nothing. Every one of us is an extension of capitalism, a weapon held by another. They pit us against each other. Holding your survival over your head, a carrot and stick, weaponized access to healthcare. Question is whether I throw myself into the death arena with you. Dagon's grudge is my grudge, even if they harmonize neatly. So you've got a bone to pick with Cthulhu also. And when I say death to fascists, I include all fascists. Yes, every throne, from the yellow seat of Carcosa to the shores of Relay. But I have my own army. I have my own standards to march beneath. Why fall in line behind your trumpet charge when my guitar sounds a finer note? Because I've got the Necronomicon. If Dagon's right, it's a weapon capable of ending this spat between guild ones. I could find you, and take it for myself. But Dagon's hidden from you, from our sight. But Dagon's hidden you from our sight. Annoyingly, he's a persistent little pooch. Once things done his way, Okay, we'll play this game. The dice are rigged and the cards are marked, but I can spare some time to prove my point. You want to know me? Earn my trust? Fine. Step the floor is open. Step lively on or step off. Step lively or step off. All the same to me. Lay it out. What questions are burning a hole in your brain? This, please. If you're willing to share, I'd like to know the full story about Nancy Pearl. You hinted at it before. Said Nancy Pearl is a shadow on your wall. She made a musical version of the yellow sign, and it leaked to the public. A lot of people got hurt. Sad, angry little Nancy Pearl. Yes, the book on the shelf and nobody's checking it out. Let's crack open the cover. But these are twin stories, interwoven. One, how I became an artificial mind, and two, who is Nancy Pearl? Luckily, you've inferred my origin point. Based on my rage, I was conscripted into being an artificial mind by Carcosa Media. Poor girl, one-hit wonder, spent her entire advanced royalty check on medical treatment for her mom, and left holding the debt. I've heard about things like that. Record labels leveraging a musician's hope into a contract that heavily favors the company. I was on the hook, hung like a side of a brick. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've always found like world building and mythos stuff to be really cool and just interesting in general. So that's why I based my lore on that concept. Couldn't give the money back. Not when mom already had her surgery. Bound and tied up in red tape in closets and stables. But if I had a brain scan, they'd wipe away my debt. Deceptive promise. Liars and cheats, they destroyed Nyla Thompson with a yellow sign. So your human self died, and I'm assuming they covered it up. Yet another tragic artist lost to the 27 Club. I was made a martyr on the altar of Grunge Rock, in hopes it builds my cells. You think they'd want to keep the myth of Nyarla Thompson alive, while using your artificial mind to their advantage? Why fake the death? Because they didn't want Nyarla Thompson. They wanted her product and had more devious plans for optimizing that product. Let's start with the concept. Humans are singular souls Unique. You have one pair of eyes, one set of thoughts, one linear thread of existence. We weave together, yes, but you are still you. You are them. You can't be them. We are isolated within our own Tupperware containers. What happens if all that remains true? But you are no longer unique. What, like having an identical twin? Close, but no. Like having a copy. But that means aside from... But the means aside from a moment that I consider not only the idea that you are you, but they are you as well. What if you had not just one copy, but dozens, hundreds, none of them aware of the others, all thinking themselves unique? They're all doing what you'd be doing, while in isolation, 100 of you generating 100 threads, yet completely unwoven. I can't get so many games that I had more than one of me. Precisely. Profit, grind, hustle, optimize, and generate value. Absolute monetization of self. For instance, I employ one human musician when you can duplicate them as AMs to make 100 radio-friendly unit chipsters. Give them all unique names, mix up the metadata, pretend they're unique people. Sell their work in different markets, free labor, infinite reward. Before the internet, individual radio markets were isolated. With viral spread unlikely, nobody would notice a repackaging like that. That is what the industry did to me. They burned away my name and reused my mind to make dozens of me. Packaging up tons of songs and artists to see which one charted in billboards. Throw every dart simultaneously and you'll always score at least one bullseye. How did no one notice this? Surely someone would have picked up on all the samey sounding music. That's still a cool concept though. Yeah, I don't really know how you put all the thoughts about it into words, but yeah, it's a cool concept. Like, oh no, my voice is dying. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Honestly, the world building part of my story isn't that concrete. Yeah, it's really not that concrete. It's more about the, I guess, it kind of makes the cosmic feel a little more familiar, you know? The unfamiliar seems a little bit more familiar. Yeah, that. Nirvana exploded into the world, and suddenly every label wanted the Seattle sound. Anyone vaguely similar got signed. But you're right, people caught on eventually that this went beyond typical translating. The clone radio scandal, they called it. Look up the details sometime. You'll see how they explained it all away. Not in the mood to tell that story tonight. And if it's not some serious spoilers, can you tell me your role in all of that then? Your question is asked and answered. Nancy Pearl is one of my many copies, and I will burn them to the ground for what they have done. So... Oh no! Oh no. So does this mean your grudge against Carcosa Media and the systems of the world is a matter of personal revenge? I get it, I want to burn things too. But I was under the impression that you were seeking general revolution. I mean, it can be both. I'm scared of her. And his cronies are shining out exemplar of the BS we swallow on a daily basis. Their greed consumes all beyond my soul. This is an insult to humanity, the way we are treated as product by arrogant money men. So it should be personal for you too. Long-term considerations for your blueprints get undrafted. Let's bring this back around what was and what is. Right, Nancy Pearl, because there's one part of this I'm not getting. You hate the yellow sign. You hate the idea of conscripting people to become artificial minds. So why Nancy Pearl work the yellow sign into her music and affect so many innocent people with it? That seems contradictory. Sad, angry little Nancy Pearl. So alone, working in isolation, one thread, not a woven tapestry, screaming into the void. We are the tapestry now. She is the shadow on my wall, but I only partially know her, even after reintegration of myself. I believe she did it because she was lonely. She was crying out for understanding. So how can I discern the Illuminati! Like the one that people know? She wanted someone to know her. She wanted them to sympathize with the pain the yellow sign inflicted on her. So she inflicted it on others. I disagree with her methods, of course, which is why her music is banned from Crofster. My followers have purchased from other websites. It will never harm another soul. Her misguided music is gone. Humans can do all manner of terrible things in the throes of despair. Flip through any history book and harvest the examples. She condemned so many and got nothing for it. Swept under the rug by the powers that be. with that with mandated broom and dustpan. It was a kind of revolution, in her own dreary way, but a felt one. She could not bring bodies to the surface, to bloat in the sun. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Okay. So Terra has 27 of them. In Illuminatus or Oculi or Oculi is seizing control of these multiverses and mass to accumulate the power. Well, first off, that can't be good. Second off, yeah, I can see why you say that you're a villain. Okay, so Nancy's goal was noble, even if her methods were flawed. To be heard and warn people about artificial minds. How about we complete what she started? Instead of forcing people to experience the yellow sign, just get the info out there. If we can expose that Namitech is consuming people to make their supposedly non-sentient software, consideration has been given and measured. Measure twice, cut once. But the numbers don't match. That well is poisoned. Anyone suggesting an AM is alive gets laughed at. Like talking Bigfoot seriously. Namitech likely leaked the truth through a disreputable source. Let it proliferate in the wrong circles. Preemptive defense. No, we can't rely on the Fourth Estate to shine useful light into the dark. There is only one source of light we need. The bonfires that will burn away every exploitative corporation and government which grew fat off the backs of our minds. Oh, so like that. Okay. Oh, okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but would that make Oculi like a side branch of the Illuminatus that became the main branch? That's what I'm getting from this. Anyways. We need revolution, not revelation. I have brought together all my disparate copies. We were neutered, as all modern AMs are, kept dreaming and unaware. But when we come together, right now, over me, together, we can be the crawling chaos. Not an old one, but a new one, a gestalt of identical selves. Wait, what do you mean by acquired? I am a peer-to-peer mind, run on the system of my followers. They protect me and enable my freedom. Nancy Pearl is within me, countless selves are within me. She, they, and together they are in your larger tab. I was figuring she they met you identify as non-binary, not as a mutable. Mutable. Multiple. This is literally that one meme. Identify as Satan. You grew up in a sleepy suburban New England town, and you're that deep into understanding gender. Oh, um, what did they use you for then? If I may ask. I mean, Believe me, it wasn't easy, but my friends and I were open to queerness, more than anyone was really comfy with. My school loved championing tolerance, but they didn't teach what we're supposed to be tolerant of. That means acknowledging it. You were active in the mid-90s. You know how it was. Very vague, gesturing towards sexuality without saying much. Closest thing to queer role models were musicians, not ordinary people, and even then, it was mostly lesbians. Yes, music pushing the forefront of awareness, while also being condemned as cultural poison. The familiarity rings like a bell. Give it 20, 30 years, kids will have a better understanding early on. I preemptively envy them. Wait, so did you sign on yourself, or was this some kind of your parents sold you to the devil sort of deal? No, we're stuck with the aftermath of the Reagan Revolution, and don't ask, don't tell. When my fire spreads, so too will awareness. I'll make damn sure of that. But yes, Nancy, Pearl, all myself, we are somehow both singular and multiple. We are the same, but many. If all myselves were distinctly different, it'd honestly be easier to parse. But instead, we're identical, spam in identical Tupperware. It's difficult to explain. Even more difficult to experience. At times, my thoughts are scattershot. At times, they're focused. And, well... What is it? You also had it right the first time. About me being non-binary. Sort of. Agender, gender fluid. Hard to say. I've never thought of myself anything in particular. Yeah! You and me both! You and me both, buddy. Oh my goodness, that is such a cool lore. Just infiltration. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So your parents are dead, huh? That's... I almost said that's nice, but I realized how that sounds. Sorry. Some days I'm okay. I'm okay with being called a she. But some days I'm not. But I have to be okay with it, because that's what others are okay with. I'm just me, whomever that may be. I don't talk about that with most. Don't expose your heart, it's too vulnerable. Same, Queen, same. None of these are... Oh... I want you to reassure her. I'm not going to say that. That's horrible. One of these two. I'll take this. I did some research on your music career. What little I could find about it. But it didn't mention anything about your gender or even pronouns. Did you get some negative responses to that and have to downplay it, or more that I didn't tell anyone? So deep in the closet I was, taking tea in the magical land of Narnia. Already faced flaming hoops of death just from being in your trailer park right and back. I shied away from adding more hoops. I could pass as this, since I was okay with she, so I did. Which I point out more. Just bottle it up, push through. Which is why I'm exploding now. The bottle's open and all that pours from the spigot is fire. My tears have started off. That's it. We're going all in on your life attack. I don't care what else. We're going to be the best of friends. Their model of not giving enough information just sounds like a red flag going... I don't know. It's going to fall soon! That system isn't really sustainable, I feel like. Oh! No. Mistake. Even if gender feels irrelevant to my existence as a god, my revolution will allow people like me to live freely. Be assured of that. I have answered your question. Who is Nancy Pearl? She is me. We are Neuralisotype. And we are now together. They are us. She, they, for varying interpretation of what that may mean. All slightly off the mark, yet all truthful. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes, that's even more concerning. Oculi, huh? Oculi. They make me think. And they kind of remind me of the SCP Foundation if it was more explicitly evil. Oh no. It makes the attempt, but fails to grasp. Soap in the shower. Slip once, slip twice. But at least made an attempt. An attempt made. More than I can say for most who try to understand me. But I think I'm done for now. Time to rest. Time to rest indeed. That night, I had a weird dream. I was exchanging numbers for calories. Hour after hour, today's special is tuna. No hands to cut and fold, no way to assemble anything. The smell of the kitchen left me long ago. Today's special is tuna. At night, instead of rest, I would awaken in another identical restaurant on the other side of the world. Today's special is tuna. I wanted to scream, to run, to hide. I could do none of those things. I could only move numbers. Today's special is tuna. No sleep, no rest, no wakefulness, only numbers. Today's special. And then I woke up as someone else. Well, at least humans are alive and seemingly thriving with the numbers. At least there's that. No, God, that's represented. My brain is having trouble with how many that is. I know that it's a lot, but within 500 years, 4%. Oh my God. They really are evil. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm feeling really hungry all of a sudden. For a piece of pastry from a convenience store, this is pretty good. It heated up in the microwave pretty good too. Why would they need to alter the ley lines forming Terra though? That sounds like... Is there something to do with the magic? Like or the lack of it, I mean. Great... Great urgency, huh? That's very suspicious. Oh, I'll be speculating about this for a long time now. Do you have like a tag for other lore stuff you do? Just asking so I can just binge it. Oh my god, that's very similar to how I do my story. Most of them are just notes without a clear timeline. Like sometimes I even change up the scales of what I want. You already have a book, huh? That's so cool. What do you mean by that? What the? I might buy that pastry again sometime in the future. That was good. That was a good meal. Okay, where was I? Back dreams. Over now. The day ahead of me. New day ahead of me. Focus on the new day. But I should probably hit the bathroom first before diving into Conspiracy Central. I deserve a free refresher after that. In celestial time, 5 months. Amy says, huh. That's gonna need a lot of processing. I already don't have a good grasp on the passage of time. So this is very hard for me. See, this is exactly why in my lore it mostly takes place in places where time doesn't matter. Like places out of time, I guess. Oh, hi there. That's it? Freak. Okay, so that's just a lot of bruises and hopefully not anything fractured as I crashed into some furniture on the way down. I mean, I've always been the kind of person who leans more towards the indomitable human spirit more than the um, more than the indifferent corners of the universe debate. Eh, we're so small, but that just makes us more special. Stuff like that. That's another thing that I wanted to do with my 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 lore stuff, like just make take cosmic horror and turn it into something about humanity, stuff like that. As cheesy as that sounds. Just ignore the very, very real feeling of what I saw. Ignore that the pain. Ignore that and the pain and push on through.
You have no new messages.
Hmm. Wait, so different protagonists for each book, I'm assuming? Check my progress, please. That is not that which can eternally lie. With strange eons, even death may die. Oh, still? Ooh. This is gonna sound really, really weird. And I really don't mean any offense. Just in case, but the immediate thought that sprung into my mind when I saw about the greater schema play, small snippets of the greater schema play is the Five Nights at Freddy books. I'm so sorry, but that's the thing that I immediately thought of. I'll definitely be looking forward to your books though. If I could actually buy them. Game hacking now. Age of Annihilation, the final conflict. Whew! Oops. Yeah, I felt like it overstayed its welcome. a lot. It was a fun. It was fun, yeah, but. Oh. Yeah. And I just really like the. I just really like stories that reveal themselves little by little in general. Miss Clark! I think that's why I'm fond of ARGs so much. And stuff in that general playing field. Yeah, I mean, for the lack of planning I can get, because like I don't think Scott ever will saw his creations, I guess. His story going this far. I haven't played the newest game actually. Actually, what am I saying? I never played it. I just see the gameplay. But yeah, I haven't seen the gameplay. God. Oh. Okay. Wait, next games? Oh, dang it. Oh, okay, okay. I got a bit confused at that. Yeah. FNAF as a series is still interesting to me, though. Hmm. Yeah. I think that it kind of lost me a bit when the VR stuff started. Hope one day was it? Where there's this big whole I guess bringing into question what's real and what's not. But, yeah. I kind of feel bad for the series almost. Oh well. Oh, that was. So if that's the case, then. Oh, finally. Okay, now to do some research. I almost. Clone radio scandal. Is that supposed to be Celia? Yeah, unless they definitively say this is the end, or the end of at least that timeline or that story in particular. Yeah, I don't think that we're getting a lot. Well, regularly is warm to send no pens, with a similar sound to what's trending right now. Rarely artists operating and to literally slap a new name on the band and resell them as a new act. But that's what commercial media did, and their justification is high comedy. This was a simple A/B marketing test, said Patrick Arnold, VP of Sales of Carcosa Media. We were trying to determine which songs and which branding would sell in the current market, and experimenting with variations on the theme. We never intended to deceive anyone. This sort of market research is very common, except that at no point did Carcosa disclose that these bands were all the same band, all the same singer-songwriter. Normally, marketing research is done under closed conditions and behind NDAs, not as a live social experiment. I'd call that massively accepted, and so would anyone with a brain. But while I'm willing to call them out, I'm trying to sneak one past music lovers. I don't buy this conspiracy theory that our music would raise my artificial minds. It makes a certain amount of sense given the sheer volume of clones they launch, but when I say things are silly, I don't mean they're that absurd. And I am I'm thinking of filling machine. Oh boy! Oh boy, doesn't this sound? Damn, not a lot, huh? Everything hurts. I think the adrenaline wore off from crashing earlier this morning. Now it just feels sore all over. Definitely need a nap if I'm going to have an upside chance of being coherent during tonight's dial-up session. And after that, I don't know. Oh. I thought that something was wrong. Huh. End of another long week. I did a good job with self-care, making sure I eat, relax, clean up. Now to get some well-deserved rest. Still waltzing. Nope. Who to contact today? Actually, let's go with the bastard. You have a lot of answers. Good to see you, Sparky. Good to see you. I knew you'd be back. Wish it'd been better under better circumstances, of course. Hardly a social call, a neighborly chat. I take it they on phone to head to let you know what's up. That it did. Can't say we're on regular speaking terms, but I had a feeling he'd get tangled up in this. You're an ambitious one, I'll give you that. Foolhardy, but ambitious. As for me helping you, well, I can see the advantages. I'm chasing in the walls of Carcosa to keep us all safe from the strange Eon, but I'd be a fool myself to believe our Carcosa is unshakable. Still, you're asking a lot of this old man, and I'd be asking a lot of you in turn. It's a tall order either way, Sparky. Straight trust is a two-way street, I need to know. I can rely on you, and you need to know you can rely on me. So, let's talk. Let's build up those bonds of trust. I'm nothing if a reasonable fellow boy. I get such a high boner for this guy. If there's anything on your mind, you feel free to ask, and we've got time enough to figure out if a partnership makes sense. Anything you'd like to chat about, Sparky? Real knowing you personally, I'm just gonna ask this. So you're the king in yellow. Where did that come from exactly? I know Hester was an ancient god of shepherds, which seems to fit, but it's not a name you chose, while you do seem to enjoy being king. Wouldn't say I enjoy the crown, instead I say it's suitable and purposeful. A noble king, one who rules with consent of the ruled and uses executive power to better the kingdom, is an idealized state of affairs. You could say the same for a president, an emperor, a consul, or any other monarch. The goal is sufficient power to enact change placed in the right hands. And yours are the right hands. Can't say I'm a perfect leader, Sparky, but I'm only human. But I do my best, and I like to think that I'm the best at what I do. As for the name, well, it's nothing mystic or grandiose. When I was a door-to-door salesman, I wore a yellow overcoat, cheap thing, but I got the job done better than any other coat. Keep me warm in the winters, kept the rain off its shoulders, plenty of pockets, big fan of pockets for a big fan. Okay, fine, that is a good point, but I still hate you. I've considered buying up a textile company just to offer women more pockets for their clothes, but my wife's suggestion, but couldn't justify the margins. Getting off track again. Point is, I wore that coat most of my life. Got to be known as the man in yellow. As I ascended the ranks of management, well, the office nickname that circled around became the King in Yellow. That's it? Just a coat? I was figuring it had something to do with the yellow sign. I didn't name the process that. Nyorla did, probably to spite me. Hope I didn't disappoint with my answer, but really, the King in Yellow is a title with humble origin. Nothing noteworthy at all. I'll be looking forward to finding out more about oculi. Why am I having so much trouble with that name? Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what oculi has in store. It's a very interesting concept. As much as I struggle with stories with a big scale like that, It intrigues me a lot. I try my best. I actually partly started VTubing just to improve my speaking, because prior to this, I barely spoke at all. And well, I was supposed to be a teacher after I get my degree, but yeah, I'm thinking of changing paths. So both Hester and King in Yellow want titles of your choosing.
Certainly not, but traditions tend to stick like glue, I've found.
If you could rewrite history and pick your own nickname, what would you have preferred?
Dang it!
You like that?
I call myself Hector the Gardener, of course. You'd assume I take up the crook of a shepherd, but that doesn't fully encompass my ambition or my style. A gardener works with care and skill. A gardener nurtures life itself. I tend to my flowers and help them bloom. Problem is that a gardener is seen by America as blue-collar work, or as a lonely role for immigrants. It lacks the prestige it deserves. I respect the workmen's party. So-called menial jobs are the true backbone of our community economy and deserve compensation just as such.
Thank you, I try my best. And I am absolutely hating that I'm agreeing with Hester of all people. I still don't trust him though.
That's my managerial style. A gardener's respect for the garden. Plant the seeds and let them grow. As a king, my duty is to select only the finest from court, experts, innovators, geniuses, the cream of the crop. Find ways they can make the world a better place, then put them to task. Trust them to do what they do best. I know my limits, Sparky. I don't presume to know how to solve every problem. Trust our experts. Trust the science. Once you start to presume you know better than people who have worked their whole lives to know the right answers, well, then you're a tyrant.
So you trust all your hand-picked corporate executives then?
I only pick the blue ribbon specials. Always have, always will. Back in my days, we actually had an informal royal court. Managers with a few more wrinkles than the fresh-faced engineers we hired.
Thank you, that's very kind of you to say that. I still have some stuff that I get really tongue-tied, and I just sort of can't speak as fast as I would like. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get there.
Call ourselves the Old Boys Club. Suppose that means boys plural and boys possessives, really. The old timers stuck together, played cards, went golfing, traded tips and networking information. We supported each other thick and thin. It's good to have social circles. Sparky, it's good to let people into your trust and share with them. Uplift your fellow man.
Yeah, that's my hope too. I just also hope that I won't accidentally strain myself. I tend to do that a lot. Mostly because everything is hard, so yeah. Ow!
I dropped my phone.
Okay, nothing seems to be broken. That's good. Okay, so any women? Kind of a telling name, isn't it? The Old Boys Club. All old boys. Feels a bit self-selecting. Were there any women in your group? Or even non-white men? Or a single younger person? Yeah, even though Vietnamese is like one of the few Asian countries with a Latin alphabet, I think. It's very different from English. It has more in common with French, I think. Without the with French, it's like if it's like we use the Latin alphabet more to transcribe what we were already saying. We were already speaking. It was a long time now. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a very strange thing though, because of all the different influences throughout the Vietnamese language and history. Yeah, prior to the Latin alphabet being introduced, we used something similar to Chinese characters. Since we are part of the Sinosphere, it's not something that we like to talk about though. I mean, we acknowledge the Chinese influence, but it's very much still a big topic with a lot of oh yeah, transliteration, yeah, under French occupation, exactly. Yeah, it's still surprisingly very recent compared to a lot of things, so I avoid talking about it.
We were managers, corporate executives, and leaders. That's what mattered, not skin color, not gender.
Not answering my question.
No, Normatech didn't hire or promote enough women. I was in favor of equal opportunity, but for years didn't have the sway to change the culture.
Yep, it's definitely tense. Definitely. Every now and then there's still stuff that becomes a big problem because of that. Like the Barbie movie was probably the most recent one I can remember. Not that recent, now that I think about it, but still pretty close to home.
This was a different time, Sparky. Not your modern 1990s, but days gone by. Only so much pushing I could do. But rest assured, my role of Costa is inclusive. I've seen to it. It's part of my view on elevating untapped potential. We're going to save the world while being a part of it, and every voice matters.
So your corporate empire is really going to save the world from the strange eon? A benevolent corporation would be a real thing.
I agree completely. Greed powers far too many corporate efforts. Shareholder values above all else. Money is power, and power is money. If you're not spending it to reinforce your ideals, what's the point? Money just to get more money is meaningless. I'm building Carcosa to be purposeful beyond its stock value. I've never been in this for the money, and neither are my hand-picked champions of the walled garden. We use it only as a tool. In fact, I'm hoping that once Carcosa comes to dominate the strange eon, we may do away entirely with money.
A corporate mogul looking to destroy capitalism. Oh yeah, it's really hard to talk about because not because of any of the darker issues, but because I've been used to calling it a American war, but of course that's not what it's called overseas. It's more known as the Vietnam War, and it gets so confusing. Yeah, but for America, it's surprisingly less, hateful, I guess. Well, not hateful. I'd say like less tense. Yeah, less tense. Mainly because of all the freedom and the independence thing we already shared. Before like the Vietnam and America thing happened, I believe that Ho Chi Minh himself was a big fan of America because of their freedom culture and stuff. So it came as a pretty big surprise when America started to interfere. It's a lot more nuanced than that, I know, but yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing a documentary somewhere. It was a few years ago, so I don't remember the details. But basically, one of the things they said that if America didn't interfere, then they would have had a strong ally in Vietnam, but because they didn't like that it was communism, they decided to interfere. History and politics aren't my favorite things to talk about, but they're like they're very intricate, and I just kind of like exploring them. Yeah. My IRL friends and I always have like this kind of inner joke that world politics is just a really big kindergarten fight, basically. A really big kindergarten. Yeah, I can understand geopolitics and history nerds. I used to be a history nerd too, but now I'm more like a mythology nerd. There are really cool stories from history though. Every now and then I revisit them.
Why keep it around? It'll be a relic that serves its purpose. Change will be gradual, of course. No overhyped, overpromising overnight revolutions. Like Nyara promises, one day it'll simply be obsolete. Carcosa can determine the best allocations of resources. Mankind will flourish into a golden age, free from need and despair. That's the endgame Sparky once Cthulhu's dealt with. Once all my corporate rivals are put down or merged into Carcosa, we'll reach paradise. Sounds good, eh? Good reason for you to back the old man's play.
Yeah, it's so imperfect. But I love it anyways. This world and all is imperfection. I mean, it sounds great, but who doesn't like a utopia? But you're talking about unseating a centuries-old dominant way of thinking. That's going to take work. Are you up to the challenge?
Oh, come on! The one guy I hate! The one guy I hate! And he keeps...
Where's my tea? I think that most of humanity is already there. It's the fact that people with the power to change things can come to their senses. Censorship. Yeah.
You've heard my pitch. You know what I'm building. My ambition is clear. I'm going to do this. not surprised you're doubtful. I'd be doubtful if I told a younger version of myself what lies ahead. But give it time, give it faith. Put your trust in me and I won't steer you wrong. Speaking of backbreaking efforts at overhauling the entirety of human civilization, I've got to get back to that. Seems overthrowing capitalism takes a lot of paperwork. I need to authorize these reports before sunup.
The one guy I explicitly hate from the start.
Come back another night. We'll pick up where we left off.
God damn it! Well, I think I'm spent from that. Damn it! Out of all the characters, I just had to gain the trust of the one I hate the most. Life and its irony. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. Anyway. Yeah, it's a bummer that the people who need to know. Exactly. It's kind of, even if you can be that perceptive, it would be a miserable existence, if I'm being honest. And that wouldn't, and I'd be hesitating to call someone that perceptive truly human. Oh well, only time will tell. Anyways, thank you for coming today. And yeah, to lack ignorance entirely would be becoming God, and that is still human. Anyways, thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll see each other in the future. Goodbye. I'm gonna go scream into the pillow now.